Hello everyone, today is going to be epic because I'm out here in Venice Beach, California, and I'm going to be showing you 10 different tricks that you can learn on your mountain bike the second this video stops. So let's get into it with number one. So the first trick I'm going to be showing you today is the pedal hop. It's very useful, super cool, and it looks like this. There we go. Simple pedal hop. So to get started with this trick, you're going to need to know how to wheelie first. Obviously, here's a quick reminder. You want to pull up, arms straight, and just pedal like that. Let me do it from the side again just to show you. So pedal, lean back, straight arms. So how's that going to help you? Well, once you've got the wheelie dialed, I want you to do a stood up wheelie like that, using your brake. So the next step to learning the pedal hop is to just do a normal wheelie and then just stop every now and then using your brake. And that gives you the feeling of wheeling, stopping and powering. Then what you do next is each time you stop and pedal, you hop. As you can see from that slow-mo there, once again it's push. While your leg hits the end of the stroke that you want to make, you can pull up like you would on a normal hop. And obviously just as you start to pedal, you let go of the brake and that's going to bring you forward. Of course, you're going to want to be in a bit of a lower gear, so it's going to be easier to maneuver the bike on the back wheel. So once you've learnt it, you can do cool little additional things in the streets, like this. And then that just makes stuff a lot more fun. So you can do different maneuvers up to back here, and then just pedal hop across whatever we want. Look, so fun, opening up a whole new world of excitement on quite seemingly boring features. On to the next one. Number two, this is a super good fun one. This is the XUp Rider. Super simple, looks nuts to people that don't particularly know about biking, and it's super fun to do if you do know about biking. All we're going to do is an XUp and then riding around like this. For that, the best thing to do is to clamp your knees, pull up, spin them. You got to commit or you're going to die. And there we go. The XUp Rider. Well good. On to the next. Number three is the bar spin. You're going to need some bike modifications though. As you can see, I'm on my enduro bike, but it doesn't have a front brake and my gears are mounted here. If you want to try it, please make sure you have long enough cables or it's not going to spin the whole way. For the beginning of this trick, you're going to need to know how to lift the front up. Easy, you just done the XUp Rider, so you're going to be able to do that. Then you got to know to clamp your knees on the seat. I did tell you that in the XUp Rider as well. We're going to pull up, clamp our knees, throw the bar. You can do it back the other way too. But the beauty of this is the more you do that, that is literally the exact way you want to do it on a jump. So it's good practice for that. Basically on a jump, you're going to take off, clamp your knees and throw. So by doing this on the flat ground, you're going to have that basic skill wired into your brain, and it's definitely going to help a lot. Also, as we're talking about the bar spin, you can do the classic upside down. If you clamp your knees on your back, you can learn how the bar spin works, you see? If you're scared of the bunny hop bar spin, you can still use this for street moves. Look. So for example, without the bunny hop, you can still do bar spins out in the streets by pulling up with that technique off of things. And of course, if you want to go to the next level, you can do it like this. That was a proper hop bar spin where you pull up, get to a good height, clamp your knees and throw it. That's the bar spin. Super fun trick. Go learn it. On to number four. This is one of my favourite flat ground crowd pleasers. So that was a pirouette. It's a bit easier with a front brake because you can push off of the front wheel. Obviously I don't have that. So you want to get your weight to one side and like preload it up as if you're going to do a 360. And then with your weight on the back wheel, you keep on the brake. And it's just a matter of getting further and further round. So I suggest you just start by doing small ones. Here, here, try and get it more and more. more. Then once you're comfy, do the full send all the way around, and literally everyone around you will lose their minds. Look how sick this is, you ready? He went wild. Number 5, this is the Fakie wall ride. Now, it's very difficult from flat ground, but first I want you to learn how to Fakie. So for this, as we're doing it against a wall, you can ride up to it with your front wheel, hit the wall, push off of it, and as you see, I'm riding backwards. You have to pedal backwards to allow the wheel to work, because if you don't, obviously it's just going to lock up like this and you won't go anywhere. But the Fakie wall ride gets very difficult. I want you to do a normal wall ride first. Easy. The Fakie wall is terrifying. You've got to jump up like this and get back before slamming yourself into the floor, and it looks like this. As you can see here in this slow motion, you come towards the wall at about walking pace. You want to compress as hard as possible to get as much rebound out of the shocks as possible. Pull up. Push your back and front wheel hard into the wall. The harder you push them into the wall, the more committed you are, and you're going to be able to pull back out of the wall easily to get your wheel down and Fakie out. If you half commit to it, your back wheel is going to hit into the floor and you'll fall backwards. If you're a bit nervous, you can go slightly sideways for the first few goes and slowly get your angle up to 12 o'clock. This is like the OG maneuver in the streets when it comes to wall rides. Go and have some fun. Let's get on to the next one. On to number 6. This is super fun. You can use it on trails, in the streets, on any bike. This is a nose bonk. Looks like this. As you can see there, that's the nose bonk. It's a super fun addition to just riding around. You can make seemingly normal things way more exciting. Just to really get a feeling for it, try if you can do that on the floor while you're riding along. So you just transfer your weight to the front, and once you push down on the front wheel, you can like push off of it. And then obviously once you add it with a bit of speed, that's when you can then drop the front wheel on stuff. Number 7, this is Steez. And for that I mean adding Steez to jumping. Normal jumps are sick, getting air on a mountain bike is amazing, but when they look like this, it's just not that exciting. So if you just add a little bit of a turn into your bar like that, you're gonna make such a huge difference. So there were 2 different variations. On the first one, I turned my bar away from the way I was jumping, and the next one into it. But you have to remember, if you wanna be steezy, you can't have your legs apart, because I'll do it again with the legs apart and it sort of changes the whole look of the maneuver. It's crazy, just such a small little simple thing, putting your knees closer together just transforms it. So once again, just so you can see the comparison. Now of course that air time is super small, but I just wanted to show you that you can add Steez anywhere. So that's how simple it is to look more stylish on a bike. Get those knees together, turn your bars even just slightly. It's gonna look way cooler than just jumping in a dead straight, scared looking way. If you can get a bit of a movement on the bike there, knees together, you're gonna look much more in control, and it's gonna look way more delightful to watch when you look back at the clips. Number 8, this is the foot jam Clockwork. You're gonna need to know how to foot jam already. That's where you wedge your front wheel in the fork like that, with your tyre and your toes on the crown. Then, if you want to do the Clockwork version, this is when you spin on the front wheel while doing it, like this. You've got to get the balance right, and you can turn off of the front wheel to get yourself spinning. As you can see in the slow-mo there, it was those slight actuations with the shoulder that allow the spin to happen, as well as the turning at the beginning. Let's see, simple, get your Clockwork on. This is the Russian slider. I may have shown this in the past, but this is an ultimate flatland trick. I absolutely love it. What you're going to need to know is how to 180 on flat first, like this. Once you've got your 180 landed, you've got to land with your wheel sideways. So when you start going back, you've got to pedal with your wheel like that, and slowly it will bring the front back round. Russian slider. Now, I was only joking, just so it looked difficult. You do this. See that? You get that cool slidiness to it, which feels so awesome. Hop 180, land with your bars sideways, let it slide out. And a little tip for you is to go up into a higher gear, so when you're going backwards, you don't have to pedal as hard, which means you can go further with less backwards pedal, which means the slide's going to be sicker and longer. On to the finale. This is the final one of today, and any one of you can do this maneuver. It's such a fun one, and if you can get into it whilst rolling facing the correct direction, then you get bonus points. Switch onto the seat like that, maybe. This. That, look at that. Oh my goodness. Let's get a bit of speed up then. Oh my God, it's so gnarly at speed. Sorry guys. Back seat barrying. Back it. Back it. So they were my 10 tricks you can do on a mountain bike anywhere. They're super fun, puts a smile on your face and gets you outside. So on that bombshell of fun, that is the end of the video. See you in the next one. To the sky.